Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in 12 minutes going for the Gardener achievement. This is to grow 3 flowers on the household plant in the bedroom. This is going to be done in the second half of the game. The halfway mark of the game is anytime after your first trip to the library. So once you get that out of the way, you're going to start the second half of the game. So just make sure you get back into the apartment, and then the first thing you want to do once you start the second half of the game is you want to make sure you grab the knife from the kitchen. So make sure you grab that from the counter. Once you have the knife, what you want to do is you want to make sure you head into the bedroom. Do feel free to skip the introduction with your wife if you haven't already. So make sure you head inside, turn on the lights if you want a better look. But basically what you want to do is you want to make sure you use the knife on the plant. So make sure you just use it on the flower on top of the dresser. It should smash it open, and then it's also going to cut the plant, and then you should be left with this little stem right here. Then what you want to do is you want to make sure you move on to the next loop. So you can either walk out the front door, or since we already have the knife in our hand, we can also stab the electrical switch. If the lights are on, we should be electrocuted, and that should also reset the loop. So once you respawn, your goal is to get the 3 second half loops. Each of these have their own achievement, and we've covered them in separate guides. You can look those up if you want extra details. But basically, you're going to go for the 3 loops you can get in the second half, which are going to be the perfect day loop that gets you the groundhog achievement. The second one, which is the betrayal loop, where you betray your wife in order to get the coward achievement. And then finally, the loop where you confess everything to both your wife and the cop in order to get the confessed achievement. So once you have all 3 of those done, you are going to be able to get the 3 flowers. Basically, each one is going to give you one of the flowers on the plant. So now that we have the flowers, the last thing we have to do is we have to make sure we grow the plant. So start up a fresh loop and then head straight for the kitchen. Make sure you grab the knife and any one of the 2 mugs. Make sure you fill up that mug out to the sink with water. You are going to get the introduction with your wife. Feel free to skip if you don't care, especially since you've probably seen it a million times at this point. Head into the bedroom. Make sure you turn on the lights. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure you grab the mug full of water. And you are basically just going to water the plant. Now, in order for it to grow, we need to keep growing it. However, we can only water it once per loop. So what we need to do is we need to replay this same segment over and over until it grows all the way. So we need to reset the loop basically, and there are 2 easy ways to do that. You can either walk out the front door, or because we are already in the bedroom, we can use the knife on the light switch and just kill ourselves. We should respawn in the next loop, and we're just going to keep repeating this over and over. So make sure you grab a mug and the knife, fill the mug with water, head into the bedroom, make sure you water the plant. If the wife stops you to introduce herself, make sure you just skip through that. If you are super fast, you can actually outrun her and then just shut the door in her face, but nonetheless, once you water the plant enough, you should be good for growing it all the way, and you should also be good for the achievement. So just make sure you keep doing this until the plant grows. It should take anywhere from 3 to 7 loops. So just make sure you are a little patient and just keep running this loop until you have your fully grown plant with the 3 flowers. And then once you have it grown all the way, you should be good for the achievement. There it is, 100 gamer score. And that's all there is to it.